I know that there could be a million questions on this subject. I can't answer them. I can give an opinion, but that then creates a situation which we don't really need to get into. But we would like to present the facts, because that's important, because what we've been reading recently is certainly not the facts as we understand them. Anyway, David Gill had a preliminary talk with his agent at the end of his last season. It was to be continued after the World Cup. I was in the office at Canton. David Gill phoned me. He says, I'm on my way over. He says, I've got some bad news for you. That his agent intimated he wouldn't be signing a contract, and he wanted away. And it was a shock. I couldn't believe it, because in early discussions, as early as around about March, I think, he intimated he wanted to stay. He wanted to stay in a live contract. He was happy at the club. He was at the best club in the world. And it was, I must say, it was terribly disappointing to get that news, because we just couldn't quite understand it. I had a meeting with him, and he intimated to me in his own way that he wanted to leave. So we had a discussion about the whole situation, and I said, the only one thing I want from you, Wayne, is to honour and respect the club's position and its traditions, and behave like a proper professional. And we'll try and see it through. And I knew at that time that, that although I did say to him, and David Gill was also intimated that there's an offer there if he's prepared to accept it. There's an offer that never got into any financial discussion, i.e. money-wise, but I know that David was prepared to offer him a contract would be difficult to better elsewhere. But that's what you do with top players. There's no big problem with that. They've been facing these kind of problems for quite a while now. Contract issues in the last 10 years, as probably everyone knows in this room, have accelerated to a degree that it become quite phenomenal. However, the area which has created a lot of the mystery about it, as far as we're concerned, and probably you yourself, although you'll know more than I do, is this issue with his injury. And first of all, I must tell you, I've not had an argument with Wayne Rooney at all at any time. He got an ankle injury in the Rangers game. It was seen clearly that he was hobbling about before half-time. He actually confirmed it himself in an interview with Sky. I spoke to him before the Sunderland game, and my planning was, based on the fact he wasn't playing that well, was to leave him out of the Sunderland game, make sure his ankle was properly prepared for the next game, a 10-day rest, 10-day recovery, so that he could play for England. My hope was that by playing against England at Wembley, he could recapture his form and we could kick on. His entry into the mixed zone at Wembley has created that next stage where we've had to deal with, i.e. he says he wasn't injured. And I was disappointed, because we know fine well that he was carrying an injury. We sent him for a scan. The scan showed minor defect in terms of the ankle injury. Nothing serious, but needed treatment. And he's had treatment. And there's been no argument. And we've got to a stage now where I feel that we still have to keep the door open for him, simply because he's such a good player. And we've done nothing but help him since he's come to this club. That's another mystery for us. I don't know how many times we've helped him in terms of his private life and other matters, which he's not the only one that gets that privilege, because Manchester United is that kind of club. We do have all players, doesn't matter who he is. It's part of your job here that you look after your players, and that creates a tremendous loyalty. It's always been a good foundation of our club. So we're as bemused as anyone can be, because we can't quite understand why you'd want to leave from a club that no one can deny that is one of the most successful in British football. We've won 40 major trophies, countless cup finals, a fantastic history, a great stadium, great training arrangements, that a platform for anyone to take up a challenge is here, without doubt. Incredible romance, and we don't understand it. So I can't answer your question about, or any question about, why is he doing it. You can speculate, we could have opinions, it won't matter a dicky bird. Simply because the player says he's adamant, he wants to leave. We have to deal with the next part of that, which we'll do as best we can in relation to this request. But I can do no more than what we've done and said at the moment, because it's still, in my mind, we still have the door open, and who knows.
Okay, no, there's no questions.
No, that's it.
Sir Alex
Thank
has
you.
also done a piece with